All right, hello. Are we live? I think we're live. What's going on, people? What's going on as it cuts to commercial break? So, we're going to do something just a little different this time around. What I'm planning on doing is during commercial breaks right now where it's 19-9. Looks like San Antonio got off to a hot start. I plan on just giving my thoughts, reactions, and then as soon as game starts, boom, we cut to commercial. You know what I mean? So, just because I was getting the stream ready and stuff, I didn't actually. I missed what got the Spurs up by 10. So, I'm just gonna assume. I mean, shoot, looking at the stats here, just looks like hey. Wemby and Castle starting off hot, doing real well, shooting real good at the start of it. So, anyways, guys, if you like sports content, be sure to hit that like button. We will, we'll keep it here though. Just we're gonna follow along. When the game rolls, we'll watch the game, and then I'll evaluate it upon commercial breaks. But then, as we can see from some of my bells and whistles, look at this. We still got the score up here, right here. Oh, no, not that. There we go. There we go. So, stay tuned. We'll keep watching as we go along. But yeah, sorry this is kind of like a rushing right into it. I just didn't know, like, just the game started super quick and was not prepared. Because the other thing too, here's the other funny thing is, this game actually started on time. The NHL games, well, okay, never mind, it has been 30 minutes, but like with national anthems and like pre-game warm-ups and stuff, like you could, for example, if the game said 5:30, you could turn on the game at 5:30 and it'd be like, well, we still got 15 minutes left. We still gotta, you know, because they do another commercial break. They would just do stuff leading up to the game, but like, no, once 5:30 hit, boom, this game was already going. And so I was like, shoot, I gotta go start the stream. But so far so good. Good start for the Spurs. Again, I'm rooting for the Spurs in this game, but that's only because I want to see this series keep going. I don't want to see this thing end in a sweep. That'd be super boring. But guys, be sure to let me know in the polls your guys' thoughts. But yeah, I just thought I'd let you know what this stream is all about. We're not kind of doing a play-by-play because that's not my cup of tea. But check back in here during commercial breaks, and I'll give my thoughts and reactions. Right now, Spurs off to a hot start, 19-9. We have seen this before in the first handful of games where they come out swinging. Let's see how the Knicks bounce back. But as we can see, we're cutting back from commercial break. Look at that. Look at New York, dude. Oh, look at this. So far, yeah, shooting 4 for 4, 9 points. Yeah, Wemby off to a hot start, yeah. Oh, they're wearing the blacks today. All right. I'm surprised the Knicks aren't wearing blue at home. That'd be cool. That would have looked really cool if the Knicks were blue at home. Anyways, all right, guys. I'll see you in a bit. All right, people. What's up? What's up? What's up? Let's cue back into this, shall we? All right. How we doing? How we doing? Sorry. There we go. We're looking good. We're looking good. No, sorry. There was. Shoot. Where's my? Let me mute. Do not want to get copyright claimed. Okay, let's just jump back into this. From this timeout break, Wemby subbed out. Then we had the second line change for the Spurs, you know, to use hockey terms. But Cornette's in the game right now. Fox is back into the game. Towns is still out there. Hart's still out there. Brunson is still out there. Since the last time we talked and chatted a little bit, the score was 19-9. Since then, the Knicks have gotten back into this game, make it a comfortable, you know, we're only down by, 4 + 3, 7. We're only down by 7. We can get back into this. But there has been some pushing and shoving. A little bit of chippiness, too, coming out of this commercial break. Wemby's got to be very, very careful, because if the refs saw what we saw, which there's nope, there's nothing. Wemby got caught, so Brunson's trying to wall him out, and Wemby just kind of gave him a shove with his hand and just like shoved Brunson down, like grabbed the back of his neck and shoved him down. Wemby's got to be careful. If that happens again, you know Wemby's going to get teed up. And I would not put it past the NBA to watch Wemby get fouled out of this game. I would not. So Wemby's got to be careful. Because we saw a little bit of chippiness too. Hart had a layup. Cornette fouled him. I don't know if they called. Did they call Cornette a foul? Foul. Nope, I don't think they did. Okay. But there was a little bit of chippiness at the end of that transition where they were shoving each other. You know, Hart stood back up, got in his face, and gave him a good shove. Right here, here's the play. So he drives to the lane, and then I'll admit, here's the thing. I think Hart flopped, because Hart made the layup, and then, it's shown now. There's Wemby with the left hand grabbing Brunson by the back of the head and just shoving him. I'd be a little bit more careful about Wemby, because Brunson's been taking the licks every single game. I'd be cautious here, because they're going to start assisting penalties here. They will, you know they will. They'll start calling fouls. Hart did flop a little bit on the Cornette contact, because Hart made the layup, and then Cornette came to like gather, like sitting under the bucket, and then Hart was just sitting there, and then he flopped. But right now, points leader so far, Victor Wembanyama with 9, Hart with 8. As we're sitting here, 24-17. All right, guys. Okay. So they gave some foul shots to Vassell. You can hear the boos. They're booing. Knicks fans are booing here, but I don't. It is what it is. It is what it is. They'll get it cleaned up. Like, it's gonna be chippy for a little bit longer, and then they'll get it cleaned up. And then I think it's the pregame jitters of let's get this game started. I mean, we still have 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Here's Harper, corner 3, no good. If New York sinks a 3 here, makes it 20-24. Here we go. Oh, off the front iron. Okay, all right, guys. See you in a little bit. Get tickets now. Premium Large, The Odyssey. Ladies and gentlemen, Christopher Nolan in his element. Homer's Odyssey. Coming to a trailer and a movie. Alright. Okay, let's talk about what the end of the first quarter was. I want to say the Spurs kind of went on like a little 6-0 run. Something like that, considering the fact that since our last time outbreak, the Knicks only scored 5 points, but then the Spurs scored about 10. Wemby is still on the bench. He didn't come in there, but like he subbed back in now. He's going to sub back in for the start of the second quarter. He had his defensive rebound, and then the quarter was over. So 33-22 is the score now. Big jolt of energy from Harper off the bench. He had a big dunk. And then there were a couple, it's not going to show it here, but that's fine. Here, let me turn it down a little bit more. Which, by the way, I got to find the remote to turn the lights on. Because if I can't turn the lights on, oh, man. Yeah, we're going to have a dark stream like this, and it's going to be weird. Especially when we get into the third and the fourth quarter, and it's like, sir, there's a huge glare. But right now, San Antonio's impressing. You know, look, they've come out to a hot start every single time in all of these games. It's not like we're not saying that they can't fight. It's them being able to hold on to the lead. And I think what's the other stat that's kind of stood out to total, I believe 11. They were talking about it. Where's the assists? Yep, 11 assists. Guys are passing the ball around. When you look over here with the Knicks, it's only 3 rebounds so far, 10, 12. So the Spurs are getting after the boards a lot better than the Knicks are in this game. So far, Wembanyama leading his team with 9 points. Got to keep that going. Again, if we think this is going to be a 30-piece or something like that, here's the dunk. Okay, so we got a Cornet. So Cornet's in. That means Wembanyama's out. Got a simple slip screen. Dishes it in. Here he's eyeing up with OG Anunoby. Bam! Nice dunk. Nice finish. This is what I believe took it to 30 points. Here we go. Castle's getting interviewed right now. In the first 2 games, the Spurs averaged 19 assists, but in this quarter alone, they had 11. Oh, beautiful, tough floater there by Alvarado? Alvarado, I think it was. Anyways, all right. Anyways, guys, game is starting back up. Here's a 3. Bang. There you go by Bryant. So, anyways, I'll see you guys in a sec. Timeout. Call it timeout. Stop it. Gotta stop the bleeding. Gotta stop. KNICKS finished that transition super effective. They went on an 8-0 run. What started it was where's he at? The bench point. Here we go. We got Jose Alvarado. His minutes super impactful. He had 4 points right away coming off the bench. The other thing too is the Knicks started hitting some threes right there. They just had 2 back-to-back. One was from Clarkson. Here we go. Another bench player. And then the other one was from OG. Huge 3. This one's the one that ultimately said, hey, timeout. Ref, let's take a quick halfsy real quick. Let's go talk about it because Spurs, oh gosh, what was their lead before this commercial break? It definitely wasn't a 2-point lead. Like it was it a 9-point lead? It was something, but Knicks start to bang some threes down. The Spurs gotten cold. They weren't hitting any of their jump shots. There were some turnovers, where's the turnover? Here, let's go Gamecast here. Team stats. Do you have turnovers? Total turnovers? Yep, here we go. Look at this. Turnovers and then points off of turnovers. That's the big one right there, that 3. Because it was a turnover from the Spurs, and they were pushing this way, and it looked like it could have been a turnover because there were two guys in the same spot, but OG ended up gathering it, and then Alvarado cut inside and wide open, sunk the 3 to make it 38-40, capitalizing on that 8-0 run. Right now, here's his dunk. They'll probably have a highlight up later, but right now the bench too, largest leads, 12 points. They're up by 12 points at one point, and now it's getting close. So, but you know the Knicks would come back and punch them, get a little good fight in there. What else is going on? Nothing that I can see. I mean, 50% from the 3 ball, 4 for 12 on the 3 ball. Just the Knicks started to gather a little bit of a run here, and what else? Nothing much. Wembanyama and Fox tied at 13 apiece. That's real good now, but with regards to the bench, Landry Shamet playing impactful minutes and point. Oh my gosh, I thought the minutes were points. My bad. I thought that was 11 points. My bad. So then 4, 3, 1, so 7, 8. So benches are pretty even. But all right, yeah. So the Knicks are on currently an 8-0 run. There's the pass from OG to Clarkson, corner 3, sink it, and then Towns got involved too. He had an and one. Who did they? Oh, it was Castle. It was Karl Anthony Towns who had the steal on Castle, and then Bridges threw it to anybody, and then OG was the one who took it and sunk the 3. All right, guys. All right, let's cut away here for a little bit. Oh, they had him go to Central Park. That's funny. All right. Anyways, see you in a sec. Well, look at that. All right. How he says. Stephon Castle getting himself organized in this period break. Because honestly, as far as I know, that's the only person who scored buckets. He had a tough and one that was not called tough layup, and then he sunk a three to kind of help. Because again, we're sitting at, it was what, 40 to 38, something like that. We were sitting in a little bit of rocky waters. Here comes the Knicks. They're pulling within two, and then right now the score is 49 to 44. Castle, huge implement on the offense, you know, calming the waters a little bit, helping San Antonio extend that lead and keep it within arm's length. The other thing too, look at this. Wembanyama, since I said he had 9 points and led team in all scoring, look who's crept up and made himself available and said, hey, by the way, I'm shooting 7 for 8 right now, 50% on the three ball, and making my free throws for what it's worth. Because I mean, look, P.S. the Thunder are not in the finals. There's no free throws going on here. But I would say he's probably the standout player right now. 18 points to start it out. Fox has got to get involved. 2 points. Champagne's got to get involved. Again, that 1-3 ball that he made within like what, the first 2 minutes of the game. Look at him. It's ooh. I mean, the stats don't speak for everything, but here's another Nick that needs to get involved. Bridges. Hart has 8 points, so hello there. Who else? The bench. So we got 9, 10 points compared to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 to 10 bench points considering, so pretty even. The three ball, 5 for 12, 4 for 13. So Spurs are shooting the three ball a little better. Field goal percentage, 59%, 52%. Oh, okay. Right now, I don't know what would be the takeaway on who's doing better. Just both teams are playing excellent. Start off hot and simmer down just a little bit, but all right, guys, we're coming back into the game right now. It is 49-44. We have 5 minutes left till halftime. I'm gonna prep the halftime stream, so we might not do. Here, let me get some things queued up. Let me get some things ready. So we might not even come back. We might just go straight to it. Let me do. Put that there. Get that there. Yeah, we might just jump straight to it. But anyways, guys, thank you all for being here. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It is 44-49. Here comes Hart. Kicks it out. Oh, almost a turnover. Come on, here we go. Good segue out of here. Bang. There's the three. All right, people. How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? Let's get into our halftime reaction, shall we? Turn the volume down just a titch. Voila. How we doing? How we doing? Wait, hold on. 1 second. Hold on. Hold everything. We're not ready. We're not ready. Okay, yeah, we're ready. All right. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Is it working? Did it work? Did it work? Hello? Hello? Hello, there's a pizza on your car. Hello? I think it worked. Hold on, let me refresh the stream here. Hello? 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 Alright, it's working. It's working. It's working. Hello, everybody. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. This is GVS. This is my halftime reaction to the Knicks being up 64-57 on the San Antonio Spurs. Right now in the series as a whole, the Knicks lead the series 2-0 after a dominant Game 1 win and escaping the clutches of San Antonio, a 1-point victory in Game 2. Right now, what a big talking point that people are talking about is Jalen Brunson. A couple possessions before halftime, we're probably sitting around the 3-minute mark, 4-minute mark. Brunson took a charge from Castle, and then he fell down awkwardly, and then he was, grimacing, grabbing at his lower back, and people have been talking about that. And I'm just going to be honest. I think Brunson flopped a little bit. I think this is kind of a thought that I have with hockey when watching hockey. If you see a player brace for impact when they're hitting the ground, you can tell that it's a little bit more okay. They know what's coming versus them just flopping around and stuff. And as you could see, Brunson was flopping. The heat check has been, dialed up to an 11 this whole game. I mean, we had Brunson, getting in the face of the ref after Wembanyama grabbed the back of his neck. We had Cornette and Hart kind of going at it. Hart gave him a little shove. The physicality is there. Now, it was nothing was like thrown at Castle for the charge. I don't think there were any penalties. I think it's a good, not clean, but it's one of those, hey, he's going to drive through, you're flopping. I think that's what the ref ended up calling, but it's not like it has any big impact on this game or how this game is going to end. So let's talk about the first half and things that stood out in the first half. The Spurs, like a lot of games that have happened before, Spurs got off to a very hot start, but then started to slow down a little bit. There's been a huge, I don't know if it's a 15-point swing, 16, 17-point swing, but there has been a swing in regards to how much the Spurs were up by. I believe they were up by 7, and then now they're down by 7. But I think the point could have been, which is where the 14 number comes into play, because they're up by 4. They were up by 7 or 8, and now they're down by 7. So that's where that number comes into play. And then, what was the reason to this? People started hitting some threes there towards the end of the first half. Josh Hart, huge impact on this first half. Now, hopefully, he can keep it rolling. His points. You look at the other 2 games and how many points he scored all game. Not like this. He's been very impressive. Jalen Brunson getting things involved. I believe one of these was one of the last threes in before halftime. I think OG hit another one. No, it was Hart. My bad. My bad. He hit another one. Yeah, he's been having a hell of a game. We look at the bench points, as we can still see it's still 10, and then the bench points over here still 11. So nothing too crazy. Yeah, 5 plus 6, 11. Champagny, he's got to show up, man. 3 points, not good enough. And this 3 was at the very beginning of the game. Wembanyama getting involved. Ever since we were talking about him having 9 points, he's been able to gather a couple more points. He missed his shot there at the very end of the half before, with the final buzzer sounding. He has not... It's not like he's been horrible at shooting. He's just like, look at Castle, look at Fox, other players have shot the ball. It's not like he's been super, nope, give me the ball, everybody get out of the way, so there's that. What else? Castle, he's had a 3 in this. He's had a couple tough layups. No calls for penalties on like, hey, we got an N one right here. Oh, there's an aerial shot. Wow, I am so surprised how clean the streets are. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Like they have blocked off. They have blocked off all of New York here. Hold on. Where's let me pull up a photo of Madison Square Garden. Yep, there we go. It's already top of the food chain, man. All right. Where is the aerial view? Okay. So this is what it would look like on a normal day, sort of. Hold on, it's super laggy, super behind. Hold on, give it 2 more seconds. Why are you taking so long? Come on. I could call the Madison Square Garden right now. I could be like, hey, who's winning the game? Is Brunson hurt? No, I don't think Brunson's hurt. No, I think Brunson sold it a little bit to get the foul, but then it didn't work. But no, I don't think Brunson's... Oh, that's a cool photo. Look at that. The building up. That's such a cool photo. Too bad it's all blurry as shit. Okay, here... no. Here's another photo. Look at these big 7-foot, 8-foot tall black fences that are just chain link around. Like, they have blocked everything off. Like, with seeing just like tourists and people and fans and stuff walking, that's not what outside of, like, everybody. Let me show you Central Park. Okay, so they have moved Central Park to MSG. Let's see how far of a distance it is. I thought everything was within walking distance in New York. What the hell is this lie? No, they've pushed everybody over there, which is kind of funny. But there's part of Central Park. Okay, cool. Back to Madison Square Garden. Sky view. Ooh, okay. Oh, here we go. Now we're talking. So, yeah, all of this blocked off. All of this blocked off. All of this street down here blocked off. Like, all of it has been blocked off. I think it said 5 blocks. And so they don't want you anywhere near. They're like, Gotham City, we can't lose the city. Like, all of it is just walled off. You have to... I don't know. Where's some other cool shots? Well, this is a pretty cool shot. But yeah, they were talking about 5 blocks. So here's 1 block, 2 block, 3 block, but they were talking about just like walling it off and stuff. And it's surrounded the perimeter with like fences and stuff. Where's the park from here? Aerial shot, New York. Oh, here we go. Oh, so Madison Square Garden's probably somewhere down in there, but then they're all over here. Oh, okay. But, anyways. Oh, and then also another thing to end, like, what we saw with the first half with the Knicks and the Spurs is the Spurs went cold again. And the Knicks went on like an 8-0 run to end the first half as well, with Hart and Brunson's back-to-back threes, and the Spurs just didn't do anything, and so that's why the score is sitting at 64-67. First half reaction, if I'm to give a whole reaction and just kind of give my thoughts to, hey, what the heck am I looking at? What do we see? What do we see out here? I would say just it's a close game. It's still a close game. I know that it's harder to try to evaluate stuff considering like when I've been following and watching it, because we had the moment of like, okay, this is when Castle's starting to take over the game. Okay, this is when Hart's starting to take over the game. Okay, this is when Cat's starting to take over the game. Each and every single player during timeout transitions have had their own moment of taking over this game and getting themselves involved in it. But then overall, like having talked and covered the whole game, I kind of can't put my thumb on, bam, right here. This was the turning. This is where the game turned, because again, we're still in the first half. If we've watched the Stanley Cup final or the first two games of this, we know the game's not over, and it's nowhere near being over. We'll know, and we'll have a grasp on who's winning this game sometime towards the end of the third quarter, maybe if it turns into a blowout. And if not, then we're going to head to the fourth quarter, because when the Knicks won game one, guess what? The Spurs were up by like, didn't they have like a 15-point lead or something like that? There's like a 28-point swing or something in that game where they fought all the way back. They went on their huge, they went on an 11-0 run, and then they went on, and the other thing too on why, here we go. Here's another reason why. I haven't even mentioned this, my bad. 42 points to 24. That's another big reason why the Knicks are up as much as they are and why they have the lead. They've been able to capitalize tremendously, sinking the three, which last time we checked in, it was only 5. They only made 5, and now they've made only 6. But like, look how many more threes they've shot versus 8 for 17. Okay, 2 more. That's not 58, 53. Oh, their shooting percentage was better. It was significantly better than the Knicks, and now it's a lot worse. Well, okay, by 5%. That's 5% is 5%. That's not much. All right, let me look at the chat, guys. I haven't looked at the chat in a minute. Who we got? Ooh, I see some votes. We're split 50-50 between the Spurs and the Knicks, guys. Be sure to let me know who you got winning this one. I didn't answer yet. I don't think Brunson's hurt. I do think he flopped a little bit on that. But yeah, guys, be sure to let me know who you got winning the game. OG Obano. Yeah, we haven't talked about OG yet. He's had a good game. 17 points so far, shooting 5 for 6. That's good. 2 for 3 on the 3 ball, so that's actually really good. He's had a quiet, super efficient game. Cat. Well, since we talked about him in the second quarter, he hasn't really done too much. Bridges as well. Dude, look at Bridges. 0 points, man. 0 points. He's got to get involved in this game. I don't know how. I don't know when. But he's got to get involved because, look at that. Zeros. Zeros all the way across the board. Now, this could turn into something where we clown on him like we clown on Chet, where it's like, oh, man. Maybe the game's not coming to him. You know what I mean? That is a very real possibility that the game just hasn't come to him yet. But as we start the second half, it is 57-64. The Knicks went on a 10-1 run at the end of the first half. All right, guys, we are going to end we're not going to end the whole stream. Nah, not even a little bit. But for the shorts end, I thank you guys for tuning in. I know this was a quick one. If you guys want, I have the other stream going on my channel. You can go there if you want to watch it, to my reaction. So we will see you guys over there, or we'll see you guys for the post-game reaction. But be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, guys. I'll see you in the next one. All right. We'll end that there. All right. Sweet. Okay. Very nice. All right. See, that wasn't that bad. All right. So, Anyways, we're gonna go watch this game a little bit more, guys. But I thank y'all for watching and hanging out. Let's get back into the mix. It is 59-64. Looks like Jalen Brunson is gonna inbound the ball to Cat. Cat's gonna give a no turnover. All right, hey, look at this. Let's get back into it. We got an NBA Finals game to talk about, folks. What's going on? Let's get back into it. Sorry about that. How we doing? So, we came out from halftime, and look at this. The San Antonio Spurs have outscored the Knicks 27-17. So, 10 points difference. But that 10-point difference made up for their deficit. That's the word I'm looking for. Yes, how much they were down by at halftime. Some players. OG's still playing phenomenal. He had, I believe he had a 3. No, he did not have a 3. But he improved his points now to where he's at 22. Brunson is at 20. Hart is at 16. I believe he just made probably a jumper or something here because his threes haven't gone up. He's still shooting 4 for 6. Let's come over here. Look who's shown up. Took him a minute, but they're here. Fox still struggling a little bit. Vassell, we saw Vassell and Shamat get after it a little bit. But when it looked like the Knicks could continue to pull away, Victor Wembanyama, look at him. He's in 20 points now. He hit a 3. And then now the Spurs are up 84-81. Let me go over here. Full play-by-play. Timeout, foul, rebound. Harper showing up. There's the OG point. Making it 81, 82. Clarkson with 2 points. Harper. Wembanyama with the 3. We were talking about that one. That was the 3 ball that gave him the 3-point lead. Josh Hart with the 3. Okay, never mind. So he did have a 3-pointer in the second half. But Brunson so far, nothing. Nada. Not a finger. The only thing, someone here, hold on, whoa. Go back, dismiss. Look at this little touch here. Now, is he flopping? I mean, yes, a little bit. I mean, it is basketball, you know. Shoots it up. It's good. Whatever. Anyways. Alright, back to it. Back to the grind, gentlemen. Back to the grind. Is that Kevin Garnett? Oh, they're talking about the global game. I was like, what the heck are we doing? What are we doing? They're talking about the global game. They're talking about the impact that the NBA has on around the world. There's some Knicks legends. The last time they won the championship. All right. Super Slam, 4-point play. All right. I'm surprised. OG with 22. This has got to change. If the Knicks want to win, it can't be OG. It's got to be Brunson carrying them. All right, 85. Let's see if it goes to 86. Yes, sir. 86, 81. I also got a little distracted, too, because I was watching the McAfee alt cast where Tracy Morgan and Tina Fey got on. And Tracy Morgan, because they were talking about, like, New York and, like, the fans celebrating. And Tracy was like, Statue of Liberty might get pregnant. And just, it was funny. Uh-oh. There we go. Shamat just made a 3 to make it 84-86. All right, guys. See you on the other break. right, let's go. Let's get back into it, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let me turn down the volume a little bit. With that, we go to another commercial break. Harper with another 3. Spurs lead by 1 now. So Schmott made a 3. And then Clarkson made a 3 as well. Clarkson's been showing up huge for the Knicks bench. Let's go down here. 10 points so far. Look at that. 2 for 2 on his 3-pointers today. And what could seem like, okay, here come the Knicks. They're making 3s. Their bench is scoring points. Showing up big. They're going to pull away. Harper swings right back, dude. He has 13 points in 24 minutes. His 3 ball, okay, well, the one, all right. He was the one that just shot it. Champagny also getting involved. Look at that. Since in the first half, he only had 3 points. Look at what he's had in the second half, 9 so far. Getting involved in the 3 ball as well. Wembanyama has shown up since we last talked. He's had 2 more points. I just think when it looks like the Knicks, right now the Spurs have the Knicks where they want him. They just got to keep pacing themselves because Wembanyama's been out for a little bit. Cornette has been in. Now, would I associate the Knicks lead and turn of events when Wembanyama's been out? Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. But when it seems like the Knicks are about to extend the lead, get back on a run, Spurs are there to answer right back, punch right back, and answer. Let's show this play real quick. Here's OG. Here's his little dribble drive. Top of the key. He's got him. Dude, Castle's leaning all the way in. He's got him put to center. Bam. Throws it down. Throws it down. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We'll end it here. Glad you guys are hanging out with me. But yeah, 92-91. Ladies and gentlemen, on IMAX in 35 millimeters, premiere The Odyssey. Get your tickets now. Yeah. All right. If anybody's a fan of Christopher Nolan and wants to go see that, go ahead, be my guest. Be my guest. Let me know how the movie is. I'll go see it, but I'm probably not gonna be able to see it opening day. You know what I mean? Because it's like, hell, people who wanted to go see it, they already bought their tickets months ago. Not me. Not me. Bamboozled. All right. Here we go. Oh, all right. Okay, we're back. All right, we're back. Just wanted to go check up on a couple things. But I thank you guys for being here. So be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you guys are enjoying the stream so far. We are going to do a post-game reaction, so stay tuned for that. Sorry, looking at a couple handful of other things. But yeah, stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. The score, as you can see, 92-91. Victor Wembanyama. Hand down, man down. Mama, there goes that man. So, Victor Wembanyama has gotten himself into the game. Excuse me. As we can see that the Spurs have extended their lead to 10. Right here, look. Wemby, last time we were talking, well, since then he's scored 7 points. He did just make a three-pointer. Now, I'm not agreeing with the refs in them saying that he was not fouled. I don't think Robinson was pushed into, kind of like when we talk about goalies and goalie interference in hockey, where, well, did the defender get pushed into the goalie, yes or no? With how that play looked like Robinson went up for the deflection, tipped him while he was in the air, which by rule is a foul. Now, am I against these kind of fouls? Yes. Am I against flopping? Also, yes. But like by the book, Robinson did not give Wembanyama a clear landing spot, and so it should have been an and one after the three ball. We're going to see what they rule and dictate here, because as far as it sounds, it looks like it was waved off and not called a foul, because apparently he was pushed into, which, you know, whatever. Is there anything we've been missing lately? Oh, that's a great photo. Spurs have answered. I don't know how to say it other than just Spurs are answering right now. Let me fast forward. Okay, we're caught up all the way. Coach's challenge, call overturned. Knicks retain their timeout win. Oh, okay. Okay. San Antonio has a 92% chance of winning. What? Okay, let's go back to the game cast. Where's our little... here's our little 95.6% chance for the Spurs to win right now. Oh, what the hell? They took the 3 away. Did y'all just see that? They took it away. What? Boo. So then this 29 for Wembanyama is going to go down. Hold on. You're kidding. You're kidding. No. 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 Yeah, okay, Johnson pushed him, but then Robinson, boo. Boo, Smithers, are they saying boo or boo or Burns? Boo earns. No, that was bad. Boo. Boo, and the Knicks have the ball. What the hell? Okay, boo. Terrible. Okay, so it's 100-93, 7-point lead. Here comes Brunson. Ooh, shimmy shake. That was a good Euro step right there. Now it cuts it to a 5-point lead. Are we back to a commercial timeout? Really? Just like that? Okay, that was quick. Well, that was a beautiful Euro step by Brunson. We're going back, I guess, another timeout. So now it's 95-100, just a 5-point deficit. Again, if the Knicks are going to win this, Brunson's got to show. But again, he has before in this series. Anybody remember game 1? Oh, I do. Oh, I do a lot because that's the one they ended up winning. So, anyways, guys, we're going to cut to commercial. Hope you guys enjoy. Woo! Let's get into it, people. Sorry, let me... Hold on. Oh, I didn't mute. Shit, where's my... There we go. Mute. Alright. Woo! Okay, let's tune back into it. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome in. How you doing? How you? Oh, let me scout over a little bit. What do we got? This a deep three? Oh no, we already did that. No, we already. Are you kidding? Are we already back? I get up. So Johnson and the ref are talking. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There are about 25 men in suits on the court right now. And it's like, huh. Yet in San Antonio, there weren't even this many, and they let a fan onto the court. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. What they're looking at right now is the Harper layup and who it touched last off of. Did it touch off a Cat? No. Did it touch off of... It looked like it touched off the other Knicks player that went up to defend that. Knicks coach's challenge play is under review. Here's the other thing that's been happening while we've been away, guys, because it's been a minute. Oh. Therefore, it will be the next ball. Okay. Because here's what we've been missing for the last handful of minutes. Someone made one basket, they called a timeout, and they went to review. And then, like, back and forth, there was like 2 back-to-back timeout breaks, and it's like, we're not talking about anything. Like, nothing's going on in the game. And so that's why we're here where we're at now, 108 to 100, when it feels like the last time we talked, the score was in the 90s, and it's because there has literally been coach challenge after coach challenge, and like bad foul after bad foul and turnover after turnover. Like, both teams have been taking lots of timeouts and subs and like these middle fourth quarter minutes here, and that's why we haven't been able to review the game in a while. But while we've been away, Wembanyama has gotten up to his 30 points, and we're already back. So it's 108 to 100 right now, and the Spurs have all the momentum because the Knicks are bricking their threes right now. And also, there's a lot of, good cut in, kick out. Look at him swinging it. Here comes Cat to Brunson, swinging the ball still. Oh, what a block by Wemby. Holy freak. All right, we'll come back. Oh, Wemby blew that layup. If the Spurs win this game, let me tell you right now, if the Spurs win this, hello, mic check. Sorry, I feel like I gotta speak louder over the music. But if the Spurs win this game, it is because of that block by Wemby. Now he sold on the layup, but we'll tune back in. All right, we're back, people. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the NBA Finals, Game 3 here in beautiful Madison Square Garden as the Spurs. No, all right. So Spurs are up 108 to 101, like we just saw. Which, damn, it has no video there queued up, ready to go. Wembanyama just had probably the block of the game. And if they do end up holding on to this lead, there's still some time left. There's 3:40 left in the fourth quarter here. Right now, if you want to call it, what's the word I'm looking for? Not motivation. What's that word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? Momentum. If you want to talk about momentum, the team that has all the momentum right now would be the Spurs. But again, momentum is still a huge thing where momentum can still swing in these final 3 minutes. Wembanyama had a huge block on Shamet. But then in transition, he missed and he botched his layup. It was kind of like a Euro step. It just like gathered and then laid it up and then it just like rolled up and off the rim and then he missed. That would have been huge. Just from end to end, it would have been insane. But like when people talk about Game 7 of the Thunder game, there was the Cornet block, and then it led to a transition of things that went the Spurs' way and them winning that Game 7. And that's why I have this feeling that, yes, if they're able to hold on, Brunson's at the line now. He's going to make both of these. And so pretty soon here, it's going to be 108 to 103, and it's going to be a 5-point game here. But if the Spurs can continue, because right now, okay, there's the second one. Oh, so I guess he made both of them to make it 102 to 108. But right now where we sit in this game, it's got to be Wembanyama or it's got to be Castle from here on out. Don't give it to Fox. Don't give it to Fox. Look at Fox falling over. He's going to get caught for a travel here. Loose scramble ball, and now it's a Knicks ball. What are we doing? Okay, 3:21. Too much momentum here. Brunson's going to sink a three, man. Brunson's going to sink a freaking three. Holy shit. right, people. Let's get into it, shall we? Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Bing bong. How we doing, guys? How we doing? How we doing? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let's get into it. Let's talk about what we witnessed tonight in the NBA between the San Antonio Spurs and the New York Knicks. The Spurs fight back into this series and win one. This was a clutch bucket. We'll wait 13 seconds and then watch that, because all things considered on how he was playing today, he had, stat-wise, not as many points, but what he lacked in points, he made up for in assists, but also this freaking clutch bucket. So we're sitting at 111-108 here with 16 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. The other thing, too, about this bucket is, here's the thing. The Knicks have just made two back-to-back clutch threes, because it was a it was like 111 to 103, something like that. Like the lead was around 8 or 9 points, where okay, they're gonna have to make a couple threes, and like we're under 30 seconds, and then Brunson banged a three. OG made a three, and then it turned into what this was, which was, okay, they need to make one more three, and then this game's tied. But then Fox dribbled in, tough contested shot with two defenders on him. Not a good look. Here we go. Here's another one. Little step back. We got someone over the back, someone over the top. Boom. Now, here's the thing. If this went off, funny enough, with just where Wemby is positioned, no matter where, like, let's say if it goes off, because he let go of Cat, which, man, they were grabbing onto each other the whole remainder of the game. So they switched off. Like, let's say the rebound's going that way. Wherever the rebound goes, Wemby's there to get it. Like, look, nobody's blocking him. You think Hart can out-rebound Wemby? Hell no. You know Brunson's not going to get in the mix. So if this, like, goes off this way, boom, he's right there to slam it back in. It goes off this way, boom, he's there to slam it back in. So with how tough the shot was and how much credit I want to give Fox for this shot, there's parts of me that think Wemby just grabs him and puts it back in, no matter, you know, if it was a make or miss. This was a clutch bucket, though. This was one of the final, okay, we're good. Because there were, I mean, the Knicks threw up another three that was bricked, and then, like, it bounced off a couple people, and then the Knicks had the ball with, like, 2 point something seconds left, and then they shot up another three and it missed. But then with those final two shots, I mean, I think the Spurs to that point, after making this, and I think they made another bucket, there was what was it? There's the game flow. Where's the game flow? It was like it was a 4-point lead, so even if they made it three, it wouldn't have mattered. All plays full, play by play, because there's the jump ball. Oh, wait. Let's go to the fourth quarter. Scroll down to the bottom a little bit. Again, there's that look. So there's the OG Obanobi, his 1-point field goal. We have a missed field goal. There's Brunson's three. 111 to 108. There's Fox's clutch 2-pointer, 113. And then OG made a three to make it 113-111. And it's like, oh my gosh. Then Castle made a free throw. Made his free throws because they fouled him at the very end of the game. And then again, missed 3-point. And then it was the end of the game. Yeah, just clutch buckets there towards the end. But my initial thought, you know, in fact, we haven't looked at the chat. Chat, how we doing? No votes, huh? No votes? No votes, people? No votes, huh? You guys don't care who won. Alright. Alright, I see how it is. Alright. I see how it is. Alright. Interesting. Interesting. Alright. Let me go check something out here real quick. This is kind of my post-game reaction slash... Excuse me. Sorry, people. This is my post-game reaction slash wrap it up stream. Because it's like, alright, wrap it up. Because we've been streaming for freaking ever. We've been streaming for a long effing time. We've been streaming for like 3 hours. If that. Like, we've been streaming for a minute. But I'm giving my post-game thoughts and reactions. Alrighty. Okay, let's get back into it. Scroll back up to the top. So those were the final transitions and stuff towards the very end of the game and how the Spurs were able to win 115 to 111. One thing that I think also, when you look at scoring in the third quarter, when you see that the Spurs outscored the Knicks 35 to 20, I think that was very beneficial. Them outscoring the Knicks 23 to 20. In the fourth, that was also very beneficial. I didn't, here's the chase down block. They'll talk about, this was a big play. I don't think this necessarily, whoa, come on, play. It's not playing. Come on. Dismiss. It played the whole video through and it's not playing it. Why is it not playing it? Oh, boo. Bugger. Oh, you suck. Boo. Boo. Boo this man. Boo. It's not working. It's not freaking working. There you go. Like, it'll load up just fine over here, but then when I want to make it a bigger screen, it's giving me fits. Boo, what the hell is this? Okay, hold on, pause. Let's pause it right there, and then we'll get back into it. Extend. Okay. And after we extend and make it a little bigger, play. There we go, now it's playing. Boom. Just blocked it off the back iron. And that, if you want to look at it like with Cornette's block in Game 7, this is kind of what turned the tide of the game in favor of the Spurs. This was a huge block. If the video would play out a little more. Oh my hell, you are bogus. Boo. Boo. I don't want to watch. Boo. I don't want to watch. Boo. I don't want to watch tennis. What is this nonsense? It made me watch tennis. De'Aaron Fox drills step back to ice Spurs in Game 3 at Madison Square Garden. I'm trying to find if there's any other clutch chase down block. Wemby elevates for an alley-oop. Spurs bounce back, and they beat the Knicks in Game 3. I'm trying to see if there was any other, like, key play kind of, because it just kind of turned into a back and forth, like, takes two to tango. Let's start to tango a little bit there towards the end of the game. And the other thing too is towards the final minutes, that is when Wembanyama took over to make his 32, and also when Brunson had his 32. Now, here's something that I think is very interesting as well, and it's going to follow kind of the same line with Chet Holmgren. If Bridges made any buckets today, do you think the Knicks would have won today's game? There's parts of me that think that they do. You look at the bench, Jordan Clarkson, he had more points. There's parts of me where, when we're deep into the fourth, like, keep your scores out there. But again, you know, it is what it is. OG played phenomenal. He played fine. Brunson played fine. But there's parts of me where Karl Anthony Towns also disappeared somewhere in the second half, because look at this, 11 points. Not good. Hart. Dude, Hart disappeared in the second half as well, too. He had, I believe, 15 in the first half and then 1 point in the second half. So that's something to look at. What else? Just they had a lead, but then they didn't build on the lead. They kind of just gave it up and let the Spurs crawl back into it. Castle, he had a big game with his 23 points tonight as well. I'm trying to look. Let's look at the 3-ball, 12. And they made 13, so not too much difference. 46% shooting versus 45. So both teams were pretty even when you want to look at the stats from that point of view. But it turned into some clutch threes at the very end of the game for the Spurs. And which, oh my, yeah, I thought this was bogus too. This was horseradish. This should have counted as a 3-2, by the way. Like, wipe off the end one, because, like, apparently Johnson got caught pushing him. Apparently, you can't see it on this angle, you can see it on the other side, but apparently, well, yeah, okay, you can find you can kind of see. Apparently full extension, which is why he's flopping all over the place. Going right into Wemby. Wemby's falling over. 3 got wiped off the board. And after this 3 got wiped off the board, I think the Knicks actually cut it to 1, or they tied it, which was pretty funny. But then Castle made a couple clutch buckets too as well. He made his free throws when he needed to. Trying to think what else happened in this game. Like, it was a good game. It was a good game. And above all else, with it being a good game, is we're guaranteed at least 5, because now there's no talks of, oh, we're going to sweep them. They never were. Like, look, as fun as it's been for the Knicks and all the wins that they've gotten in a row, and, you know, them sweeping the Cavs and then sweeping the Sixers, the Spurs team is not the Cavs and the Spurs team is not the Sixers. Like, that second round matchup should have been Celtics-Knicks. It should have been. Now, in the Eastern Conference Final, that's up for debate. I mean, myself personally, I did predict the Cavs, so it's kind of like, okay, whatever. But this Knicks team is not as good and as dominant as that 2018 Warriors team, or the 2017 Warriors team that only lost. 2017 only lost 1 game to get to the finals. They swept the first 2 rounds, and I believe they lost 1 game, or they lost 2 games because they lost once to the Spurs, or they swept the Spurs, and so they went 4-8, 12-0 to get to the NBA Finals, and then they only lost once to the Cavs, but then ended up beating them in 5. And then in 2018, when they swept the Cavs, like, just this Knicks team is not as dominant and as loaded as that Warriors team was. So to sit here and be like, yeah, they're going to sweep, no. Like, we've seen the Knicks lose at Madison Square Garden before. I mean, I have recently watching playoffs, like Game 7s, where it's like, whoops. Now, here's the thing. We turn our eyes to Game 4. I don't know how many times it's happened in NBA history where the away team has won every game, or where the away team wins the first 4 games. I know this was the second time, because they pulled up a graph that this was the second time in NBA history where the away team won the first 3 games. This is also the first time in NBA history that Oh gosh. Where's the second time? Like they were pulling up when Wembanyama was getting interviewed. They were pulling up stats of Magic as well, which I mean it is what it is. But yeah, yeah. So that's kind of my just thoughts on this game. Teams that I do know the stat because I saw it. Teams that go down 0-2 at home, their chances and how they fare out. It's only happened twice in the history of the NBA Finals. One of them got swept, and then the other one forced a game 6. Now, I think this is totally different era of basketball, and there are parts of me where I can see San Antonio winning game 4 because it's kind of one of those funny things where you compare it to the 2021 NBA Finals and you compare it to like just recent. I mean, for hell's sakes, and it was a good reminder to me is that the Spurs were down 3-2 to the Thunder, and they beat them twice. So, even as much as they're down, I'm gonna try to be as unbiased as I can. Out of the Knicks and Thunder, it's really hard to pick which team's actually better because, both of them are just good in their own ways. But considering the fact that the Spurs came back from them, 2-0 is nothing to the Knicks. So, anyways, that's me rambling, guys. We'll end the stream here. Thank y'all for being here. Let me wrap up some things. I'm starving. I'm super hungry. So I'm gonna go grab a quick bite to eat. Go get something good. But I thank you all for hanging out with me. In fact, we'll leave the music going. Let me check one more. I want to check one more thing before we boogie on out here. We do need to go. I wanted to look at other sports going on right now and who's where with what. Wanted to look at that. Talk about a lucky win for the Spurs tonight against the New York Knicks at home. They're not wanting another game in this series, the Spurs against the Knicks. No, yeah, I think there is parts of me think a little bit of it was luck, but then there's also other stats too where the Spurs this whole season they have not actually lost 3 games in a row. So that's kind of a fun. And then just with who the Knicks are and having watched the Knicks forever, not forever, but just the Knicks, there's parts of me where it's like, yeah, there's no way. There's no way they sweep them. They just I've seen meltdowns. I've seen no, it's not happening. All right, people. We are gonna end the stream here though. Thank y'all for hanging out. We're gonna end that one. All right. Bada bing, bada boom. All right. Hasta luego over there. Okay, that's still up. That's still rolling. Okay. All right. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I'm hungry. I'm gonna go get some food. We've been streaming for over 3 hours. And that's not to include also our morning stream and our little gaming stream that we had. Okay. Yeah, it's almost 10. Okay. Hey, what's open still? Should we go get a Philly cheesesteak? what or a New York style pizza right now. That's what we'll go get. I'm just super impressed that the Spurs were able to come back and get into this series and make it actually entertaining and interesting, because there are parts of me that do think that if the Spurs did go up, no, not the Spurs, the Knicks. If the Knicks did go up 3-0, there are parts of me that think the quit factor does come into play, but like it's hard to say. I don't know, but anyways, guys, that'll be all. Oh, we're seeing a shift. Hold on. The tint. This is what happens when the nightlight comes on. Nope, go away. The nightlight was starting to come on. All right, let's go here. Let's look at the NFL. Let's take a little quick look. There's a couple news things in the sports world, sorta. Not really. That's not really important, but like kind of. Let's do college baseball. I did see that Oklahoma won today. Oklahoma won against Kansas. World Cup, nothing. NHL's mañana. Baseball. The only teams that I think could be live are, oh, look at that, the Angels, the Padres, the Giants, the Athletics. Look at this, West Coast. All teams on the West Coast right now. So yeah, it makes sense that they're live still. The NBA just wrapped up. College football. Apparently Sorsby's good to go. All things considered with college football. A lot of ADs and presidents are like super disappointed, and they're canceling and they're punishing Texas by not scheduling him in the future. And it's like, dude, Sorsby's going to do one year. Just 1 year. That's it. Like he has no more eligibility after this. So to like penalize Texas Tech and not play him, like, let's say in like 3 years, 4 years, it's kind of like, what are you doing? I think that's a little silly in that aspect. But other than that, I cut my thumb, but I glued it up real quick. Slice it on a can of chicken noodle soup. So yeah, I've been feeling a little under the weather lately, which is super stupid. But all right, people. Okay, Peter. We're gonna end the stream here. I feel like I'm rambling now, but if you guys like gaming, tune back here in about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. We might do a gaming stream after I go get some food. Yeah, I gotta get some real food in my belly, so I might go cook a burger or something like that. But I thank you guys for watching. Thank you all for hanging out. I think let's go look. Let's go see how many. I think we gained 1 subscriber. We either gained 1 or 2 subscribers. Let me go look. Real quick. Just real quick. No, boo. We gained like 2 or 3 subscribers today, and then we like instantly lose them, and it's like, what are we doing? Too many people messing around. That's what it is. How do we do on that? All right. Okay, we'll end it here. I'm surprised. I am amazed at his at his genius. I'm surprised that one of my streams is already good and ready to go. My gaming stream that was 2 hours. I'm surprised that is already locked and loaded, ready to go. But then my other stream, where I'm talking sports for only an hour, still queuing up. Alright, let me look at the next one. How many views? Oh my gosh. Over 50 views, guys. Thank you. This is fun. Almost 1,000 impressions. Perfect. Yeah, this was a beefy boy. This was a beefy stream. But we might do this tomorrow with hockey. I don't know. But because it's different with hockey, because I can't do like a halftime reaction. All I can do is intermission reactions. You know what I mean? And truthfully, with hockey, there's not. I mean, there's stuff to talk about, but it's like there are no goals during this time. There are no goals during this time. Oh, there was one goal during this time, and then you talk about it for like 5 seconds, and then that's it. But anyways, guys. Anyways. We'll end the stream here. Good on the Spurs. I also wouldn't be surprised to see the Spurs reverse sweep here. Or Knicks go up 2-0 and then they lose 4 in a row. That'd be funny. Could you imagine if the Spurs won it in 6 and they won game 6 in the Garden and they won the NBA Finals in New York? Could you imagine? Cue Batman clips. Never mind. I'll see you guys in the next one.